Oh, hello again, Team Humanity and Existence. I just had a wonderful evening with the Creator, or some God, the good gods, hopefully, teaching me about reality, and expanded upon some information that I received the other day. All right, basically, like I said, the units and measurements are not defined by humanity. You, so basically, anything in existence can be divided into an infinite amount of points. Like there is no minimum size of something. Anything can be divided. According to the gods, anything could be divided infinitely. And then those infinite parts could be divided infinitely again, and so on and so on and so on. So basically, when you're in a country like Canada, who has fully embraced pure fucking evil and become the most infinitely putrid beings to ever exist, all of their processed products, like products tainted with chemicals or like even canned food and stuff like that, all of it, like even just things like refried beans and or spices with a little chemicals here and there mixed in. That is literally those spices and stuff like that. Even one of those little specks of spices is an infinite amount of filth from evil. And I think that's why it's been telling me for the last 2 or 3 months, like almost every time I go to the bathroom, my fucking asshole would be burning like crazy. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? You know? And then sometimes I get up and boom, my asshole would start burning for no reason. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? So it's like saying like, these people, their products and everything are so fucking toxic with evil. When you eat a processed Canadian product, even a spice, salt, pepper, seasoning, anything that is not 100% natural, yeah, is like fucking infinitely pure evil filth. So you're consuming the essence of the devil. You're basically consuming the devil's filth, the devil's sewage, which is in a way is like consuming lava, the lava from hell and shit like that. So your ass fucking burns like crazy and shit like that. And it's like holy fuck, like what the fuck, you know? And that's what it was just telling me tonight for the next phase of this story. Is like, as sad as it is, those old ideas from the past of like ordering natural products, like stop using Canadian mint rice and stop using canned beans and stuff like that, and stop using Canadian spices and stuff like that. You know, it's like, you know, boom, you know, it's like, you have to do it. You have to find a way to do it. Like for example, I used to love, for the last while, I've really loved tofu until I realized the only tofu you can get in this country or where I am is Canadian, and it's all processed with Canadian chemicals. So it's like the tofu, even though it seemed like it's a nice product, or it seemed like it was in the past, it literally is like consuming an infinite amount of evil. You know, like and just toxifying your flesh and your soul beyond belief. So it's like, boom, I have no choice apparently, but to throw out all my tofu and start reducing my diet to fucking rice and beans and shit like that. And then at some point, I got to apparently learn how to make my own goddamn wraps, make my own good tortilla wraps and stuff like that. And another thing it was telling me is like in this place, it's so evil. Like when I go to sleep at night, you know, it's been telling me for the last week, or the last months, several months, giving me hints and clues saying like, you know, try not to sleep as much. And like when I go to sleep, my legs, for example, if I'd sleep for 4 hours, like for the last month, several months, I'd only sleep for about 4 hours and then awake for 20 hours. Sleep for 4 hours, awake for 24 hours, blah, 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 blah. Shit like that. And every time I'd sleep, I'd wake up, my legs would be skinnier, you know, my wounds would be drastically deteriorated most times, you know? And it's like, and there's some sort of invisible fucking predator motherfucker in here moving things around and pissing me off. Now, either it's the gods joking around, or there really is some sort of like alien or fucking piece of shit with technology stalking me in here, provoking, annoying me. So it's like saying like something saying like, don't try not to sleep so much, you know, like maybe sleep every 2 or 3 days or something. No, but anyway, so that's what it's telling me is like to basically try to find spices from another country, you know. And apparently, one thing that's been telling me tonight is like pretty much all of Earth, because of Canada, is different levels of evil. So what you have to try to do is find non-processed products from any country other than Canada in the Commonwealth. Yeah, like you have to. Yeah, it's like your only hope in this fucking place. And and like I said, like start making your own. Try to buy raw ingredients and make things yourself. Like I really love those goddamn wraps and stuff like that, or the taco seasoning mixes and stuff, or the big burrito seasoning mixes. But it's like something saying like you shouldn't use that stuff anymore. Like no Canadian spices. Look for 100% pure natural spices and fucking non-processed in the sense of no chemicals or whatever added. And just even if it costs a little bit more, you kind of have no choice but to try to do it, you know. And it's like now I have to somehow find out how to make my own goddamn fucking wraps. Like in the meantime, until I do, it apparently is somewhat considered. It is considered somewhat slightly acceptable because I'm serving an infinitely more. It's like a certain level of evil, of bad, but you're serving in a much greater purpose at the same time. And by them putting me in a situation where I have to consume this type of stuff to keep doing what I'm doing, you know, it's like it's basically it's all their fault. So every time I have to consume something tainted, it's all their fucking goddamn fault. All evil on Earth's fault. And apparently they just whatever. So anyway, yeah. So I thought I'd ask if what I just said is true, and you also want me to try to sleep as little as possible. Try to sleep as little as possible, and maybe immediately start start researching and trying to find 100% natural spices from any country other than Canada and the Commonwealth. If that's true, and you want me to try to sleep as little as possible, and to ditch things like tofu and whatever and blah blah blah, make my own wraps, blah blah. If that's true, then when I look or I'll go in the bedroom on the wrinkles and try to create like a face with the usual maybe a winking face with like a 314 or something. If you want me to do that, and all good people to do that, it's not as it is. It's like saying like, look, this is knowledge of good and evil. You know, these cocksucker governments have ruined the vast majority of humanity. But anyway, so let's see. If that's true, a winking face with a 314. All right, let's see. All right, so let's see. A winking face with a 314. Okay, we sort of got a winking eye right there. Bum bada bum bada bum. So we got a winking face right there, and then sort of like a 3 right there, and then is there a 1? There's sort of. Yeah, we got a 3 right there, a 1 right there, and sort of like a messed up, sort of like a Y-shaped 4 there, maybe. Or I don't know, is there? Maybe we consider that like a 4, like a 3 right there, a 1 right there, and then sort of like a messed up squiggly 4 there. So there you go. We got a winking face there and a 314. So there you go. The being wants me to sleep as little as possible, and it'll apparently try to keep me alive as much as possible, and have to start finding, getting up food, like my own food processor, stay up at nighttime and just prepare massive amounts of beans and stuff like that. And products like I said, like getting rid of the minute right type stuff, the processed rice. As sad as it is, start finding in like natural rice from other countries, and have to start literally like preparing amounts of rice and stuff like that, and start having my 3 cups of food a day type thing for my higher food intake. That's kind of sad, like, because like right now all the food I have is tainted. So tomorrow, for example, or the next few days, I'll have to eat apparently the tainted food. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So there you go. It's some more curses from the Canadian people, and just a little bit more knowledge of good and evil and how it ruins everyone and everything. But anyway, there you go.